travelers in the top 10. To spread the truth to the world firsthand. To spread Azerbaijan's global message of peace all over the planet. Peace remains the only solution.
I
had a chance to witness as one of the longest-lasting conflicts in the world came to an end after my third cycle around the planet, which began in Germany in 1995, and my trips to the North and South Poles. Although I had visited Libya, Sudan, Somalia, Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, East Timor and many other conflict zones before, I had never been to the conflict zone located in my homeland. In order to reveal the truth about the events that took place in the area during the 30-year occupation in most impartial form, I decided to make this special trip together with the most neutral people, my colleagues, world travelers. The goal was to spread the truth to the world firsthand, similar to what we did in other places. With the people far from the former conflict parties, far from the influence of media and global propaganda, the travelers have been such personalities throughout the history.
Oldukları için ben qərara gəldim, onları dəvət edeyim.
Here one must take into account that there is a big difference between ordinary tourism and professional, that is, systematic travel. Systematic travel means a method of travel that involves detailed documentation of the trips to different parts of the world based on a specially designed list. A systematic traveler cannot claim to have fully traveled to any country simply by visiting major cities or the capital. There are 4 largest and most influential systematic travel clubs in the world: MTP, Most Traveled People, and TCC, Travelers Century Club, founded in the United States, Nomadmania and ETIC, Extreme Traveler International Congress, founded in Europe. It all starts in 1954 in Los Angeles, where a group of most traveled people founded TCC. But those times it was just a list. The category of most traveled person was disclosed only in the Guinness Book of Records. There, travel was systematized by dividing the world map into regions, and that list included the list of TCC and 14 additional regions. Thus, the Guinness list of 264 regions gave reason to confirm that any traveler has fully traveled around the countries of the world, but only for that period. Later, Guinness asks for a third-party support, considering that it was quite a challenge to identify the most traveled person, given the diversity of small regions. This was the moment when MTP, Most Traveled People Club, was founded. Charles Willey, the founder of the club, decided to expand the boundaries of travel. The number of regions to visit in the initial list of the newly born MTP was increased to 573.
Hi, I'm Charles Willey. I'm the founder of MTP, Most Traveled People. We're an organization of about 30,000 of the most traveled people in the world. We've had the pleasure of working with Mehraj Makhmudov and visiting Azerbaijan for the last 4 years now, and especially to the Karabakh region. The changes that we've seen in Karabakh have been nothing short of extraordinary. The speed of the rebuilding, the roads, the airports, the new towns is just astounding. And especially after there's been peace in the region since, the rebuilding has been even faster. So I'm looking forward to visiting Karabakh again this July, and I hope many times going forward in the future. Thanks to Azerbaijan.
In 2009, Kolja Spöri, a German traveler, established ETIC, Extreme Traveler International Congress. This club is bringing those most traveling people together. Currently, ETIC entitles extreme travelers only if they visited at least 100 UN member countries.
My greetings and best wishes to Azerbaijan and especially Karabakh. Together with my dear friend Mehraj Makhmudov, I had the honor to plan and to undertake the first international group tour to the Karabakh region after the liberation, and we visited Agdam, Fuzuli, Shusha. It was a very touching moment for all of us. We could feel the change. A lot of cities are just now being rebuilt. This is an opportunity to rebuild them to the highest standards. ETIC has been a pioneer in going to challenging places around the world and giving a signal to the local populations that there is change in the air, change for a better future. Because when travelers or even tourists start coming back, this is an important factor for the economy and usually means that a place has regained its civility and its peace.
This is not the end yet. In 2012, Harry Mitsidis founded the Nomadmania Club in Europe. Nowadays, there are 1,301 regions in Nomadmania list already.
So what three things do travelers have which makes them vessels of peace, which makes them able to do this first step in peace? Now let me start with the first one. And the first one is the desire for freedom. More than anything, travelers want to cross borders. They want to be able to move. They want to be able to explore freely. This sense of freedom and the need for it is what binds us most. So we have freedom, we have tolerance, and we have love. And I hope very much that Nomadmania, which is the club that I have founded, embodies all of these three qualities very well.
The matter does not end there also. In 2023, MTP increased its list of regions to 1,500. In addition to the global clubs listed above, The world of systematic travel is represented also by regional travel clubs. Travelers Club of Turkey, Club 100 of Sweden, Lupin of Great Britain, and other well-known clubs are among them. In order to be entitled a systematic traveler, each person shares the evidence of their trips, tickets, receipts, pictures, intra-exit stamps, etc. with the club. After visiting a certain place, the club recognizes the trip after carefully examining the evidences. The list of big travelers, their achievements and rankings can be easily accessed on the official websites of the mentioned clubs. But the travel is not simply about visiting a place, staying in hotels, communicating with the locals. Sometimes a traveler has to observe not only something expected or desired, but also face unpleasant, scary or unexpected situations. Of course, there is no easy travel and generally easy work. However, discovery, rethinking and rediscovering is part of every traveler's soul. Thus, those people who were invited to Karabakh and Eastern Zangezur and presented in this book are the people who traveled around the world and have necessary experience to compare what they saw in Azerbaijan to different conflicts, their consequences and stereotypes.
Bu səyyahlar dünyanın top unluğunda olan səyyahlardır. Bunların içində alimlik dərəcəsində olan
Travelers in the top 10 of the world ranking are among the guests of our trips. Some of them are scholars, university heads, millionaires, former and newly appointed state officials, journalists and bloggers. The completely destroyed Fuzuli, Khojavand, Shusha, Ardam, Kalbajar, Lachin, Gubadli, Zengilan and Jabrail regions were visited during our trips. Travelers were also free to discover Baku and other regions of Azerbaijan. We invited them to give a chance to observe the current situation and history with their own eyes, avoiding any mass media lenses. This is not an easy way to go, but a belief in peace remains the only solution for the salvation of the mankind.
Çünki sülh bəşəriyyət üçün yeganə yoldur.
The book presented today comprises the truths of Azerbaijan as it was delivered by the world's leading travelers in their articles, interviews and notes and shared on social networks. In order to follow the neutrality, screenshots and reference links of the posts have also been added to this book. The shares made throughout the project reached up to 1,700 million people around the world. The title of the book, being First Steps in Peace, points out both the steps of travelers and the peace intentions of the Azerbaijani society. The book was developed to symbolize the deep respect to everyone who participated in these trips, joined the First Steps in Peace initiative, and unfortunately was sometimes insulted by those who misunderstood the intention of these trips. We hope that such visits to war zones will help to spread Azerbaijan's global message of peace all over the planet.